How's it going, everybody? Rocket here. Common question we get here at the Comic Book Boys is, I want a comic, I'm excited about it, what grade should I buy? And that's a really, really, really good question. What grade should you buy? One thing that I like to say as a rule, if you're planning on making these a part of your investment portfolio and treating comics as investments rather than a recreational hobby, rule number one is don't be cheap. Being cheap is probably the biggest mistake you could make when it comes to investing in comics. Let me show you how. Below, I've listed some selling prices for New Mutants 98. You can get a 9.6 right now in June of 2018 for somewhere around 400 to 450 bucks, where you can buy an 8.0 to a 9 for around 250 to 300. So for an extra $150, you can get that 9.6 grade, where you're looking at a comic that for 160 bucks cheaper, you'd have like a 7 to an 8.5, maybe a 9.0. So prices are very, very, very close together. So you really, really, really want to get that higher grade comic, especially since when it comes to something like a New Mutants 98, there's so many of them out there in existence. So when the market starts turning, you're going to see the prices just absolutely tank for the lower grade comics, where something that's higher will retain its value and will go through the ups and downs that markets naturally go through and sustain its value at for a longer time period. Another good example was a comic I just picked up. I had the opportunity to get a Hulk 181 for $1,250, and it was a 2.5, CGC 2.5. And I said, wait a second, I looked at the average prices and I saw I could get an 8.0 for $3,000. So for $1,250 I could get a 2.5, or for 3,000 bucks I could get an 8.0. So when it comes to selling this thing 15 years down the road, I'm not going to have a dog, a loser comic that looks terrible. I'm going to have a really, really, really nice 8.0. And if you look below, I put images of both of the ones that I was considering buying and the one that I did. What you really want to do is, at the end of the day, especially if the comic that you want in a much higher grades within a couple $100, it doesn't have to be the $1,250 to $3,000 example. If it's a couple $100, you're just going to go and blow that at Starbucks or at the restaurant or on your kids or something. Take that extra couple $100 and invest in the higher grade. It makes it so much easier when it comes to selling them down the road. So when it comes to investments, think smart and don't be cheap. Rocket here with Comic Book Boys. Have a good day.